Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and people of all ages, we are back once more for the GNR Racing League GTE Series Round 5 from Road America. I'm JP. I'm going to be joined in the booth, not by Matthew Duffin, and it's not even Matthew Duffin, he's here. It's me and Jim. Me and Jim are going to do this evening because we're wonderful individuals. And I'm fresh out of bed after running down the stairs to short notice there as well. Let's have a look at the standings as well. Championship standings going into this after last time out. Jack Ashton leading the way in the pros with Ken Huber in second place on 64. Then Ian Knox in third on 56. And we've got Chad Henson, Andy Pratt, Josh Taylor, Phil Grussing, Carson Collier, Brandon White, Vigard Johansson, Gerrit Jan Polman, Nick Green, Dave Van Dam, Tom Weston and Ivan Volp in the pros. In the AMs, it's still Stuart Britton. He's still out in front by 12 points. I did find out information. I protested that Stuart should be in pros, and I got told that he didn't want to go up there. Chicken. So there we go. Brandon Smith in second, then Jeffrey Manning in third, Parker Enquist fourth. Ian Coates in fifth, then Garrett Kinney, Reece Bartlett, the two names of the championship, GNR, of course. Then we've got Sam Hager, Eric Orchin, Carlo Garassi, Andrew Davis, Andrew Balaz, and Aaron Pillar round out the bottom there as well. F. Cisco in YouTube chat, one of my favourite series of this channel, but I am biased. Of course you are. That's because we're wonderful. That's all it is, dude. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You get no holds barred commentary. Why? Because it's my channel. I can pretty much say what I want. Anyway, but obviously I'm not offensive. I won't offend anybody. Just don't come and argue with me. All right? Otherwise, bad hammers coming out, sunshine.
Right. I won't offend you. Just don't come argue with me.
Yeah, exactly.
But I might offend you.
Yeah. That's the way I'm looking at it. If you want to come and offend me, I'll offend you back. There you go. We're in for a good time. On this one, round 5, Jim, is flying by this season.
It is, and this is the rest of the schedule. Yeah, I can't. I worked. I guess it was Spa earlier in the season, and here we are, right towards the end of the season now.
Absolutely. We've got 2 left, one at Bathurst, one at Monza. In 2 weeks' time, join us for Bathurst as well. Should be an absolute banger of an evening. And then we finish off the season at the Centre of Speed in Monza. Now, what could go wrong at turn 1, right? Anyway, join us. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's going to be exciting. We've got all of these drivers out on the racetrack. I think we've got 17 out on track at the moment. Jack Ashton leads the way in qualifying. We have a 2-minute lap time dead currently on the left-hand side. Ken Huber is second, then Chad Henson, Josh Taylor, Brandon White, Carson Collier. Let's see if we can get the mix up together, because I think there's a couple of AMs up there. Garrett Kinney is sitting in 8th place at the moment in time. There you go. Phil Grissing, Stuart Britton down in the 12th. And so, yeah, a lot still going on this one. What could go wrong at Bathurst? Mountains.
Yeah,
walls.
just more than anything, trying to do a 6-point turn after you've spun on the mountain. That's usually where it goes really wrong.
See, I do wonder if some people are going to, if some series will block rejoins between the mountain. Between the cutting and Forest Elbow, I think it's the cutting, cutting and Forest Elbow. Most leagues just have people to jump straight back to pit lane.
Yeah, I think
they won't have it.
That's kind of what that's a bright car right there. I like it, but it's a bright car. Yeah, I think that's standard in a lot of leagues now. They tell you don't try to turn around on the mountain. It just causes chaos, especially in large fields. If you got some of these 30, 40 car fields that we broadcast, that's a bad thing. I mean, if you want something this size, 20, 25 cars, if you're towards the end of the field, you can probably get away with it. But yeah, it's tough. But Road America, this place has plenty of runoff room.
Absolutely. 4.04, 8 miles, 6.51 kilometers. That's a Porsche in a Chevy livery. Yes, it is. It's Garrett Kinney. I think he's got Porsche Chevy on the front, or Chevy or something across his windscreen. If I'm not mistaken, I can't actually read it. It's going too fast. Slow down,
Why
Sunshine.
Is that? It's showing.
But he's got.
No, it's Andy Pratt. You had me confused there for a second.
Oh, it's showing Andy Pratt. Oh, okay. No, that's it. You're right. It is Andy Pratt. Sorry.
I'm like, what's going on?
That's because he's not on the timing tower, is he? There's no name on it. Oh, and look, you know what I mean? I got guests. All right, give me a break. It's like 11:10 at night. You know what I mean? I was in bed.
Well, to be fair, you had shut off for the day, so yes,
exactly.
Thank you for joining me. I would not have wanted to try to do this solo.
Oh, it's wonderful. I've done it quite a few times.
I'm not good enough for that, unfortunately. I'm not skilled like you.
Unfortunately, due to obviously sickness and stuff, we've had to do it a couple of times. It is Andy Pratt's car, yes, it is. Let's bring you up the grid for this race here this evening as well. Right, it looks like Jack Ashton has taken pole position with Andy Pratt in 2nd place on that one. When we get to page 1, of course, that would be amazing.
Oh, we're not?
Jim's in the background.
Oh.
No, we're not. We're on page 2. Jim's in the background going, buttons work.
No, I was actually trying to get rid of that logo behind the GNR logo there. It keeps popping up. So
I'm not quite sure why that's doing that, to be blatantly honest. Jack Ashton's in pole position with Andy Pratt in 2nd, and Ken Huber and Chad Henson. Then you've got Josh Taylor and Brandon White, Carson Collier, and then Gerrit-Jan Polman in 8th place. Garrett Kinney leading the AMs in 9th. Cool, Garrett, son. Tom Weston in 10th, then Ian Knox and Philip Grussing round out your top 12. Moving on from there, Stuart Britton down in 13, Ian Coates 14th, Reece Bartlett, Parker Enquist, Brandon Smith, Tim Wybrow, your top 18. Then Jeff Bannon, Dave Van Dam, and then Nick Green rounding out the bottom end of this one. What message did you just delete, Fisco? Don't delete messages. What did you say? I'm going to have a look.
Can you do that?
Have a look. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying. I don't think it's going to let me. But even as a mod or admin on my own channel, I do love it when people delete messages. Oh no, I can't see what it is. Shocking. Anyway, back there as well. Don't delete messages, mate. Leave them there. That's fine. I won't read them out unless they're offensive. And then I definitely ain't going to read them out. So it ain't going to make no difference whether or not you leave it there or not, to be blatantly honest with you. Right, rolling start, Jim. What's going to go wrong?
No, honestly, I don't. I think it'll be fine. You got a nice long run up to turn 1. To give these guys a chance to spread out just a little bit. Most of the guys in this field are pretty patient drivers, so just from past knowledge of them. So I think we're going to be all right. I think they're going to feel their way around. We got a little time to race here. No sense in ramming it into turn 1.
Okay. Let's see.
That's a good theory, anyway.
No, it's wonderful theory. Wonderful theory. Right, cars get away there as well. Jack Ashton leading the field. There you go, in his traditional Ford, looking absolutely amazing. Andy Pratt had a little bit of stutter getting off the line there. That whole right-hand column did not move anywhere because Pratt did not go. See, the thing is with me on these, and this seems to be an issue, I would literally be hugging Jack Ashton's door handle if I was Andy Pratt. I don't want that man to get away. That man's a real-life racing driver. He's a real-life champion. He won the Metro Series in the UK. He knows what he's doing. I would not want him in any shape or form to be getting away. I'd be hugging him tighter than my favourite grandma about now to make sure he does. As soon as Andy Pratt leaves that much room, Jack's going to go, you're playing a mud game here, son, because if I go, you're going to be knackered. But Jack didn't go, which I am surprised about. The car is going into pit lane, safety car on the right-hand side. Now Andy rejoins them. Up the hill we go. There he goes. Gone already. Andy Pratt missed the boat by an absolute country mile. If he was in the ocean, he'd be swimming about now because he has just missed it. Overtaken from Ken Huber already. Chance Henson's coming down at him as well, but it's Jack Ashton leading the way down into turn number 1. Barney waving the green flag frantically there at the same time. Ken Huber sitting in second place. Pratt managed to hold on to third. Henson fourth. White fifth. Taylor sixth. And as predicted there, Andy Pratt missed that start by a country mile.
He did indeed. He dropped all the way back to third there. Ken Huber got by him, and he was off the pace there a little bit, like you called.
Absolutely. A couple of penalties there. Tom Weston's got a black. Ian Knox has got a black flag, and there's a meatball for Timmy Wybrow. I think there's been some drama on for Timmy. Into Moraine sweep through. We go into turn 5. Now it's going to be started going up the hill, and Jack, at the moment in time, Mr. Ashton has got this all to himself. There's been an off track from Joshy Taylor at the same time. He's down on the left hand side. There's a couple of people with a few issues here. Taylor's coming up on the grass, but you can see Weston's in the mix currently at the moment. He's got Gert-Jan Polman in front of him. Then behind him is Ian Knox and Grussing. Start going in through turn 6, down through 7 and 8, and now coming into the left-hander of turn number 8 here. Road America providing action over lap 1.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is a great road racing circuit. I mean, it's obviously one of the classic American circuits. Plenty of runoff room, some good passing areas. Yeah, great track.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got literally 45 minutes of racing coming up here. What can go wrong during this period of time? Well, quite a lot. Dave Van Dam having a nice little battle with Mr. Bartlett further back. Nick Green's already jumped up some positions, up 4 places, sitting in 17th at the moment. Huber up 1. White, Collier, Polman up 1. Knox up 3. Weston and Grussing up, Weston's off the side of the circuit. There you go. There is Weston. Well, that's gone out the window. All them ups have now gone to downs, and Weston is now all the way down in 19th. So unfortunately, that went a little bit wrong.
And something apparently happened with Josh Taylor as well.
Yeah, Ian Coates has also just got off. Taylor went off down into turn number 5. I think Joshy went in too deep here. Gets a little bit of a... Oh, is he going to get that car? He was. Somebody was returning.
Yeah,
can't quite see from that far back.
It was a Porsche. Was it Wybrow possibly? Yeah, it was Wybrow, I believe. I think it should be mentioned. Where is he at right now? Where's Reese Bartlett at? Let's see.
Sitting currently in the 17th.
Okay, so I think it should be mentioned that apparently the last time this group raced here, Bartlett was apparently. He's trying to lay blame off on somebody else that they created a massive accident that he got blamed for, and apparently he's been seeking psychological help ever since then to recover from that. But it sounds like basically all he's done is he's trying to shift blame from his own accident that he caused, and he wanted to point that out that it wasn't.
Oh, Green's off. Green's off.
Right there.
There is the car in front. Ian Green, that was Dave Van Dam. I think Dave Van Dam had some issue, and them two have come together, unfortunately for him. So Nick Green got a little bit tagged. I think it's on the inside. Watch Dave Van Dam. He gets a better run up into turn number 6. Green shuts the door, and Dave still goes for the gap. That unfortunately was closing. Ashton over the line he goes. 2:03.965 for the opening lap for Mr. Jack Ashton. We'll bring you back live pictures very, very shortly, as Andy Pratt is there at the same time, and there's Nick Green going to be recovering. I'm sure he's not going to be entirely happy with the fact that we got Coates in behind Huber as well.
Andy Pratt just had a big spin.
He had that with Ken Huber, I think.
Oh, yep. Big hit.
hit the rewind button, Jim. Let's see what went on because we ain't going to get there quick enough. Here we go. Oh, who's gone where?
Oh.
Huber dabbed the brakes, weren't ready, and then just absolutely rifled him right up the backside. Unfortunately for Huber, he has gone off. That's put Pratt in pit lane, Huber in pit lane. Weston's been in pit lane as well. Whitebrow's been off the side of the circuit. He's dropping down the order. Knox is in to serve his penalty. He got a black flag, probably for overtaking on the inside before the line on the start. And unfortunately for him, he has suffered with it at the same time. Carson Collier on the racetrack. Gertjan Polman in behind him at the moment. A couple of Porsches there, Jim, doing battle.
Yeah, this is actually a nice little battle here. And behind him, you got a couple of Pullman's putting it in there. Look at him. It's good to see Pullman over here in this league, by the way. He obviously races in another league, the JPB SR8 league that we cover here on the channel, and good racer. Won the amateur championship this year, so it's good to see him over here racing in these GTE cars.
Yeah, mixing it up in the Porsche. Don't forget, guys, if you are here, like, subscribe, turn on the bells. That would be absolutely amazing. And here we've got Henson and White. They're battling away for second and third at the moment. If you haven't wondered, pros are in blue. Arms are in yellow. Garrett Kinney is there. He's chasing down Grussing at the moment. He's got a 1 second gap to Manning. Smith's in behind him. There you go. That's the split on the left-hand side. And you can see at the moment it is a pro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Garrett Kinney in 7th. Henson is under pressure here with Brandon White tucked in behind him in that red and white Porsche liveried machine. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on and whether or not these guys are going to have to be able to hold this on. Stuart Brereton is all the way down in 10th in class at the moment.
Inquist and oh my goodness, Parker.
And in the wall.
He did. Well, he shot it in there, didn't he?
He did. I do wonder whether or not there was contact on his rear end nose. That's the worrying thing, whether or not there was a little bit of contact, but him and Nick Green are there on the racetrack at the same time.
Well, let's see.
Both men recovering after this. There is Parker. Oh, no, it doesn't look like he's... I think he's just sending it in too hot, didn't he?
I think he just flew it in there a little too much.
Oh,
he caught that curve, too. It
It
unsettled him a little bit, trying to get by. That's a tough spot there. That's, a lot of people try to pass there. That's a tough spot to pass.
Yeah, we're going to take you back to live pictures very, very shortly of these guys still running around the circuit. There is Parker, who's got Nick Green in behind him as well. And you can see battling on the racetrack. That's 13th and 14th, I believe. Fighting it out here once more. Lap 4 of 45 minutes, 7 minutes gone. It's going to be thick and fast here, I think, Jim. Although the lap time is around about 2 minutes for Mr. Ashton, 2:02.2019 for him last time out, 2:02.178 for Chad Henson. Green's just missed completely turn number 5.
He did.
And it's just gone for an absolute jolly off to the side there as well. Going to be an interesting one, I think.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm a bit surprised. What happened to Nick? Did he tow?
He went off. No, he's
he
still
did
there.
Go off, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He's got that all wrong at the moment.
I wasn't expecting. I'm going to jump back real quick. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to pop over the hill there just a split second later, but he never did.
No, he went off, ran the gravel. Did he spin?
Yeah, I bet he did. Yep.
Oh, Nick.
Oof.
And we saw it live, dude.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, wooden spoon of shame for Nick Green. And that one. Manning looks like he's having a good old mix-up at the moment with Garrett Kinney. This battle for leading in the AMS. Kinney in front of us. Manning has got... Who has Manning got behind him? Mr. Smith, I believe, tucked in right behind him at the moment as well. So a nice little battle developing in the AMS. Kinney, Manning and Smith fighting out. Mr. Ashton out in front, 2:01.799. Henson's just done his 2:01.871. Getting a little bit of a bump drive from Smith. I'm surprised he is doing that and not actually just going to the overtake. He didn't go for the overtake and he just nestled in. Fuel saving?
It must be. I mean, he clearly had an opportunity there to sling it down into turn 1 and make that pass, and he didn't do it. So, for some reason, he's staying back there behind him right now. It probably trying to save a little fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys have got to do a pit stop. It will be needed, and we'll see how they get on at the same time. But Brandon Smith, they're still fighting away with Mr. Manning. Gert-Jan Polman's got Carson Collier just broken into half a second mark here, Jim. Carson Collier got to do a lot of work at this moment.
Yeah, well, and we both know Gert's a tough driver. I haven't seen him in sports cars, to be honest, so it's interesting to see him in some of these heavier full-body cars. We know how he can drive those light SR8s, but it's a different animal, but he seems to be going pretty well.
No, he definitely does. He's doing a great job at the moment, is Mr. Polman. And he's pulling away, opening the gap up to Collier. Kinney, Manning and Smith, though, they are very, very, very close together. They are that close together. It's blanket close here. They're all sniffing the fumes of each other coming through here. And they're doing a great job. But Garrett Kinney, Jeff Manning and Smith, who's going to get what? If they're going to carry on pushing each other along and fuel saving, it's going to be an interesting development how they're going to get on later on.
Well, I don't believe that's what's going on here, as we see Smith making a move on Smith making a move on Kinney
Manning.
there.
Manning making a move.
Oh, Manning. Kinney. That was Manning. Sorry. I don't think that's what's going on here. I think both these guys want to get by Garrett here.
Yeah.
But saving a lap or so of fuel makes a big difference on your pit stop. A second or so in pit road, that's a lot of time on the track. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian Knox has just been off the side of the circuit. He's just been passed by Nick Green. Not having a good one down there. Garrett Kinney has now got to go back after Manning again, gets up in the draft. Is he going to be able to get there for Kinney in that Cadillac? Manning in the Porsche, and then there's a Porsche behind him. Unfortunately, Kinney's Corvette, I should say, not Cadillac.
Corvette, yeah.
Corvette is tucked between two Porsches. Carson Collier on the back end of Gert-Jan Polman. They're on their rundown as well. So it's going to be an interesting fight to see how these guys are going to get on. There is Van Polman. There is Collier. Down through the left-hander they go. Collier trying to go around the outside. He's going to cut back underneath Polman here if he can. Polman takes that side of line, run up the hill into turn number 6 under the Corvette bridge. Polman still manages to hang on. Collier tried the undercut. He tried letting Collier go in and then come underneath him, but he just couldn't get there.
Yeah, that's 2 times now we've seen Collier take that really wide line into turn 5 there. Clearly, he's trying to make that work. It looks like it. It would appear he's trying to make that work for the pass, but I'm not sure that's a passing move as much as he just likes that wide line to get his run off the corner, which I can't blame him. That's a nice line.
Yeah, it does look like he's trying to cut underneath him, so I'll be interested to see how he gets on, whether or not he can make that work, and see what happens here on that run into the right-hander. Through Canada corner they go. And Chad Henson and Mr. White battling it out for second and third. Ashton's checked out, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up there about a 5-second lead now, and I'm pretty sure if you look at his lap times, he's still putting down faster lap times than anybody else, but he's second off of his best in the race so far. So he's just cruising out there for Jack. You can't let a guy like Jack get away, like you said. As soon as he got away on the starts, you knew it's going to be hard to. He's very unlikely to make a major mistake. So,
well, when you drive real cars for a living, you kind of got an understanding of where to put a car, right?
Yeah. Well, and he also coaches, so he has a great understanding of, discipline in the car and not making dumb mistakes, and he's talking about that a lot with people. So, he's a heck of a driver. Everything I've ever seen him drive, he does an exceptional job.
Yeah, he does, definitely.
Look at Collier here.
Collier giving Polman grief up through the left-hander at turn 6. Collier's on the outside. Polman leaves him room. Collier's got to send it in.
I think
if he wants to put him off, yeah, he's going to hold on to it here, I think. Through that right-hander we go. Now coming into the left of turn number, 8 on the racetrack. It's side by side for 3/4. Collier runs a little bit wide. Polman hangs on.
Yeah, well, they were giving each other a lot of respect there. They gave each other plenty of room, and ultimately that probably stopped Collier from taking that position. Had he squeezed Polman there, he probably could have gotten that spot, but they seem to be racing, pretty respectful of each other, so that's good to see. They'll enjoy
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Good hard racing, but clean.
Mm-hmm.
Here he goes again.
Yeah.
This is a
Collier
tough
going to
one.
send it in. Oh, in through Canada corner he goes. These guys provided side-by-side action. Now in through.
There he is.
He has got through Carson Collier. Great move from him. Now into the final corner. And he manages to hold on to it there as well. Great move from Carson Collier.
Yeah, and well executed, and like I said, clean, respectful of each other. That's what you like to see. This three-way battle back here has turned into a four-way battle now. We've got Van Dam is that Van Dam?
Joined onto the back end.
Yeah,
Van Dam chasing down Kinney.
GT
Kinney
Dave
chasing.
across his windshield. I like that.
Yeah. Chasing into turn number 1. And Garrett and Mr. Van Dam going after Garrett Kinney. It's a more Porsche situation going on for Garrett, unfortunately. Smith has cleared him in the Porsche. Garrett has gone backwards a couple of spots. He's in the same spot he started. He gained a few and now he's gone back with Jeff Manning and Brandon Smith got past him.
Jeff Manning. Dave. This guy's up 12 spots already.
Great job from Jeff.
Yeah. Very good job leading the AMs.
Yeah, Van Dam's just cleared Kinney in behind him as well. Kinney's dropped down another spot. Van Dam makes his way through. They're all trying to catch up with Philip Grussing at the moment, and Gert-Jan Polman, who's battling away still with Mr. Collier. Looks like Joshie Taylor has been off the side of the circuit again. Andy Pratt's back in pit lane. Hubert is out altogether. So unfortunately for Ken, he gave up after the initial contact at Canada corner.
Yeah, this is a battle of the, is it Ians? Both of them are Ians? That's an interesting spelling on that one. Is that Ian? Yeah, it's just misspelled, or is that how you spell it?
No, that's how you spell it. Some people spell it like that.
Okay. Yeah, one's just for people that aren't seeing that. One's I-A-N and the other one is I-A-I-N. So
yeah,
as an American, I was confused by that, which is not hard to do. I'm easily confused. But it's a good little battle for these guys back here, the battle of the Ians back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I'm kind of surprised there's so many Corvettes in this field. Right now in GT racing, for the most part, Corvettes have kind of died off. They're coming back a little bit, but in this field, they seem to be pretty popular and pretty strong.
They definitely are. There's a Corvette in 2nd, Corvette in 6th, Corvette in 10th, Corvette in 14th, Corvette in 18th. And a couple of Fords, Parker Inquist in the Ford, Jack Ashton in the Ford, rep in there as well. Ferrari or Joshie Taylor, BMW's a Brit and a Bartlett. And then, unfortunately, after that, it's just Porsches, the brown and white, Carson Collier, Gert-Jan Polman, Manning, Smith, Van Dam, Coates and Green, Wybrow and Pratt, all in Porsches.
I have to say, the Porsche is probably my car of choice to drive in this field. These were my absolute favorite sports car in all of iRacing to drive up until just recently. The new Porsche Cup car, I really, really love the way that car drives. But up till then, these GTE cars were my absolute favorite, and I still love them a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
I've only got the Corvette. I should have bought the Ford.
Yeah,
I think the Ford would have been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I originally bought the Ford, and I had no skill at the time, so I just thought the car was slow. So I ended up buying several of them. But as it turns out, the car's not slow. I was just slow at the time.
I think that's a common thing, to be honest with you, Jim. You know what I mean?
That I'm just slow?
Yeah. That's it.
That's why I'm broadcasting, man. That's why I do this broadcasting stuff.
Exactly. We're commentators. We're not drivers, as I've literally found out myself. Let's see how these ones keep going here as well. We've got 18 minutes gone of a 45-minute race. Polman and Collier battling out for 4th and 5th in class. Then we've got Smith battling Manning for 1st place in the AMS there. So nice little couple of battles taking shape at the moment.
This has been a good battle right here between Manning, Smith, and now, like I said, Van Dam's in there. Garrett Kinney's kind of dropped off a little bit, which I guess is kind of surprising to me. Kinney was he qualified. I believe he qualified on the pole for the AMs, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah.
it just doesn't seem that Corvette seems to be fast for a lap, but maybe not as consistent as you want. Typically, the scuttlebutt that you hear about these Corvettes is that the rear end's very unsettled on them. Kind of a lot like the way you used to describe Porsches, you know, where the rear end just wants to all of a sudden come around and meet the front end.
But that's not me lying. That's
No.
that's
That's a fact.
Three-car fight in
Look
front.
at this.
Here we go. Manning got overtaken by 2 there. See him now going down into the left-hander of turn 5. Manning's just lost 2 places.
Wow.
That's Brandon Smith has just got through. Who is in front at the moment? That's Dave Van Dam.
Van Dam is in the.
Yeah, he must have had an accident because he's gone backwards rather than gone forwards. Not quite sure what Dave Van Dam did. Parker Enquist is out at the moment, coming out of pit lane. But yeah, the Van Dam mixing it in with Manning and Smith.
I'm pretty sure Manning is not going to set well. That's not going to set well with him. I'm pretty sure he's going to come battling right back with his pink Rexy livery.
Yeah, he's going to try and give it a good old go there. Great job, Carson Collier. Pretty good for a 13-year-old, says CJ Collier Racing. So
what?
Carson mixing it up. He's only 13 in 4th place.
Really?
Well, I'm guessing, unless
That's
somebody's
super,
telling a lie
well,
in
he could
YouTube
be.
chat.
You know, he might be lying about his kid. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, that's quite impressive because he's on a heck of a run.
Yeah, he's doing well.
He is.
All these young whippersnappers. My kid's only 14, and then he's speedy as well.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, I get it.
I mean, I think we should have a driving academy of young children. No, that might actually come out and sound wrong, but that's not quite what I'm trying to say, if you get what I mean.
Yes.
I think there should be a team with led by an adult or a couple of adults of under 14s
yeah,
or under
I got
15s
one in another league I broadcast. He's an absolute alien, and he's 14 years old. His name's Leo Dragotta, and I think you're going to hear things out of this kid. And what's so funny is he gets out there and just kicks these guys' butts with 8, 9, 10,000 I rating, and then you do an interview with him, and he comes on. He's like, "Yeah, I want to thank my sponsor, Huffy Bicycles," and you know, it's so funny, man. You know, you get him in the interview room, and he sounds like a 13-year-old, you know, and he's thinking he's got a Huffy bike sponsor because, of course, he can't drive.
No. Well, I think that's the thing, isn't it? There are very, very quick people there. Oh, it does look like Smith just had some drama. Not Smith. There was somebody on the left-hand side. No, there was somebody on the left-hand side. I don't know if that was Ian Coates, might have been, off the side of the circuit on that one. But Ian having some issues, I think.
I did not see that pop up at all. But Manning slipped right back by while we were chatting about the youngsters.
There he is. That's Carson's dad managing his account, apparently. So welcome, Carson's dad. Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Hope you're having a wonderful day.
I tell you what, you couldn't get in a better. This is a great league for somebody like that with the amount of help that these guys give, and especially with Jack Ashton being around and everything. This is a great place. The way they break down the races afterwards and go over the film as. Oh no! Did he? He went off track. Van Dam sent it in there. Well, that hurt him.
Yeah, unfortunately, did not get it stopped there. Unfortunately for Dave Van Dam, dropped down the order.
You see that a lot right there.
Yeah, it's just you get excited. You send it in deep, hope it's going to stop, and it don't.
No, it never does there. Never does.
No, absolutely, and that's the thing. We've got 22 minutes gone of a 45-minute race. We are halfway through. Nearly halfway through. Chad Henson and Mr. White battling out for second and third in class. They're having a nice little fight here currently at the moment. Henson kind of been staring at the back end. White's been staring at the back end of Henson. Never really looked like he's made a move as these guys continue to fight it out down into turn 5. Henson on the defense. I don't think he really needs to. White is not looking aggressive enough to even remotely think he needs to defend that.
I think that White is strictly keeping himself in Henson's mirror and waiting for him to make a mistake. He does, like you said, he does not seem like he's making any aggressive moves to try to get by him at this point. Now, that's not saying he won't, but at this point, I think he's just trying to fill up his mirrors and make him make a mistake.
Yep, I think that's the thing for White.
On these guys. He's back there.
7
seconds.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him and Pullman, just kind of go nose to tail and try to run those guys down if they could. That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think they've got to stop fighting.
Yeah, well,
And
that's the thing.
They've got to take control. Somebody's got to grab the bull by the horn and say, look, stay behind me, and let's see how quick we can get. Last time out, Carson Collier was a 202.656. Gert Pullman was a 203.8081. So at the moment, Collier is looking quicker than Pullman, but, never counting out. Henson and White have just swapped places. They've just got nose to tail.
Oh, no.
White,
Henson has had an incident.
How was the incident, though? Was it on his own or was it inflicted with others? Oh, through Canada corner, through the right hand, coming into 13A and B. Round the trees for some reason we go. Now through. Oh.
All right. Golly.
Ouch.
Damn trees.
Henson, I think, may have had something to do with that.
Yeah, that's
I think he cut.
Well, it's hard to tell, man.
Yeah, I don't know if that's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, or whether or not Henson turned in on White and didn't leave the room. There was a lot of track to the right-hand side, though, mind you.
There sure was a lot of track. So now that's not exactly how I wanted Collier and Pullman to get to Henson, but that has now happened as White is up there about 5.5 seconds ahead or so. That has.
Yeah, we're bringing.
Go ahead.
Go on.
No, go ahead.
Let's bring up the overalls, Jim. We've got people going in pit lane at the moment.
Yep.
Just want to see how that's going to affect everybody. You can see there, Knox is in, Manning's in, Coates is in. Smith's on the exit. Manning's now coming back out again. So Garrett Kinney retakes the lead in the AMS. Van Dam sitting in 8th, Britton 9th, and Green in 10th with Smith in front of him in 11th. It's going to be what Garrett Kinney and Stuart Brereton could do. He reminds me of a ninja assassin. And that could be due to the fact that you don't see him the whole race. Like, we've barely seen him.
Right.
And then somehow, miraculously, he'll end up in first place in the AMS.
Yep.
It's bonkers.
Isn't that funny how some guys run like that, that you never talk about them. They're not really super exciting or, create drama. That they just all of a sudden they appear at the front.
Yeah, absolutely. And that
even his car is kind of like low key, kind of stealthy. You know what I mean? It's a BMW. It's the only one in the field. It's not super flashy. Well, it's not the only one. There's one more, but it's not super flashy. But yeah, that's. Let's see where our guys. Let's see who's we got now. So we're down to Brandon Smith is our first guy who has pitted, and we still have they're coming in now. There's Pullman and Collier both coming in together.
Yeah, it's a long pit road though.
It is.
Unfortunately, Grissin's on his way in. Garrett Kinney surely got to come in. He has. Dave Van Dam's going to come in. I think Stuart Brereton might tuck it into pit lane as well. But that's Chad Henson in 3rd place. It's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd have not pitted. Stuart Brereton's now in. It should bring in Nick Green at the same time.
You would think.
And this is where that order is going to shift around a bit because Brandon Smith should. Yep. I'm a little bit worried actually because he's nowhere near any of these. There he is. Coming into the final corner. Carson Collier is on his marks. He has stopped. He is not moving. Smith is coming round the final corner now. Collier's on his way out. This is going to be a side-by-side. How much space is Collier going to have? Collier and Pullman has just jumped Brandon Smith.
Yeah.
Smith got Kinney as well. So Smith retakes the lead in the AMS. Manning did not get. Did Garrett Kinney go in? Did not get Kinney, and he didn't get Van Dam. So Manning's come out in 10th behind them.
Yeah, and 3rd overall in the AMS. Well, that's going to be a bit. Whoa! Looked like Van Dam had a little off track there for a second.
Yeah, Manning there as well. Almost looked like he nearly followed him off. But a great little battle going to develop.
Well, these two have been, they've been racing all race together, and here they are again. But Kinney's up there quite a few seconds ahead of him, actually.
Garrett Kinney got out, did a great job, 1.2 seconds. He's 6.2 ahead of Van Dam and Manning.
So, Brandon Smith, man, had Is that right? A 10-second pit stop? God, you got to wonder if he underfueled, man.
No, it can't be. It can't be. I've got him at 14.23 in the stop.
Well, who is it I'm looking at? It's Kenny that had a 10-second pit stop.
Yeah, Garrett Kinney had a 10-second stop.
Well, that seems like awful short to get enough fuel to get to the end of the race, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely does.
Collier.
Did he just go? He went in deep into Canada corner, didn't he?
Yeah, he just went in a little deep there. It didn't even mark it as an off track. So, all right, now our front three are all in. You know, that's another thing you talk about. Let's talk about Jack Ashton. I'm gonna keep the camera back here on these guys. But you know, Jack, not only is a guy fast, but you know, it's amazing how these super fast guys. As we got a good little battle going on here, real quick. I'll revisit that in a second.
Smith and Grussing. Smith there. On Grussing. Smith into 6th place ahead of Garrett Kinney. Grussing behind it in the Corvette. There is Kinney in there. Enquist has just passed Green. Green's back in pit lane. Weston's been off the side of the circuit, unfortunately for him. But yeah, more battles developing. Jack out in front by 10.8 seconds. In and out of the pit stops for Jack Ashton.
Well, you know, that's what I was talking about. You know, it's amazing how these guys can be so fast and they save fuel. You know, like they're up front, they're nobody to draft off of, and they still manage to always get that extra lap. You know, those really fast guys. They not only are they fast, but they can save fuel and go fast, and that is so impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Carson Collier now has got to get hold of Pullman. Dad, you better give him a hurry up.
I know, right?
Yeah. Sitting in 5th at the moment for Collier.
I mean, Hansen, if they get nose to tail, Hansen is catchable. I think he's only like 3 or 3.5 seconds or so ahead.
But whether or not Chad Hansen is going to allow him to get close enough, though, Jim, that's going to be the question.
We'll see. We'll see if he's got it strung out there. If he's just kind of taking it easy right now. He's got a pretty big gap for him to 2nd place.
Yeah, he's got 10 seconds to White, 3 seconds behind. It's not like Henson really needs to worry too much, but he also cannot be sitting there and relaxing on his laurels either. It's got to be a fight for Henson. He's got to get going.
This battle back here is heating up a little bit too. Nice little kind of a 3-way here.
Yeah, Kinney looking to take Smith to get the lead.
Yeah, first and
lead
second.
Of the arms. Yeah, I do wonder if Kinney's held on to his tyres a little bit there, Jim, because obviously he isn't going to change tyres in a 45-minute race, especially the fact that we've only got 14 minutes left.
Yeah, my concern with Kinney is that 10-second pit stop. I just, you know, you got a lot of other guys out here that minimum pit stops was, you know, right at 13 seconds, and he's 3 seconds short of that. 3+ seconds short of that, because it's almost 4 seconds short of some of these guys. And I just question whether or not he got enough fuel in it, you know?
Do you think he'll be able to get to the end, though?
You know, only he knows at this point. I wish we had that kind of information. I'd love to be able to see exactly what his fuel situation was right now, because I think that's could develop into a heck of a story. We'll be able to tell, because he'll drop off these two if that's the case, because he'll have to start conserving, and he's got to start conserving pretty soon, considering the amount of time we got left.
Yeah, absolutely. He hasn't got long for Garrett Kinney. We've barely got 13 minutes on the clock here. Kinney with Smith, with Manning 6.2 seconds behind. What did go wrong for Jeff Manning? Pit stops around about the same amount of time. Let me see.
Well, I tell you one thing. He spent 7 seconds more getting down pit road than Kinney did. Like the total time on pit road was 7 seconds more, or 6 seconds more than Kinney. That's a huge difference, man.
Absolutely. It's a massive difference.
I would say, you know, he was tentative coming in or tentative getting out, you know, and didn't want to get a penalty, and he didn't have it right on the edge, you know. I mean, that's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Smith is going to have a go at Grussing here. Side by side down into turn number 1. Is it? What's the Porsche going to be able to do with that Corvette on the inside? Smith now is Grussing's got to set. Oh, wow.
He sent it in
Where
there,
is
didn't
your
he? Yeah,
well,
he did.
that Grussing's braking marker was about 50 yards earlier than anybody else's.
Well, that's true. I think, well, yeah, that's possible there that he just decided to go ahead and not try to outbrake that Porsche into turn 1 and settle in here.
Yeah, but that's a very early breaking point.
But it's not his battle, though. You know, I mean, he doesn't need to battle Brandon Smith. Maybe he was showing respect to first place in the AMPS. You know, here you're the leader of the AMPS. Let me get out of your way. I'm running 6th in class. Let me give you that.
I've never heard that before.
I mean, you wouldn't do it if you were running 6th and the leader in the AM class was trying to get by you and was quicker than you. You wouldn't let him by. Of course you would.
No.
No? No, absolutely not.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
All right.
I don't know.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, no, but keep it in mind, you'll never see me on track to be racing, Jim.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know the last time I put my steering wheel in. You know what I mean? So I'm not entirely sure that.
Yeah, it's bad when your little copper pegs start getting tarnish on them because they haven't been used in so long.
There's actually a layer of dust. I'm literally looking at my steering wheel now. There is actually a layer of dust on my steering wheel. That's how long ago it's been. How long ago before I used it last? As Manning now with Van Dam side by side in Canada corner. Van Dam, Manning gives him so much room.
So much.
But I do wonder, I don't know if that's so much room because he gave him so much room or he gave him so much room on the air of caution, especially with the fact that Van Dam probably did some sending that a couple of people may sit back and go, I don't know if you should have done that.
I mean, that's a fair assessment, I think. I think if you've seen a guy send it a couple times, especially in that general area of the track, you might give him a little more room, just to be safe.
I think you'll give him a bucket load of room.
Well, he got a bucket load right there, so maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Carson Collier alongside Pullman, turn 5, going to be running up the hill very, very shortly under the Corvette bridge here. And you can see Pullman still managing to hold on. That's a back marker in front of him. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who that is. I think that's Timmy Wybrow.
I believe it is Wybrow, yes.
Yeah. How much time is left? Usually it's above the score. That's because Jim clicked the wrong button and he's taking it off again.
I didn't do that.
We've got 36 minutes of the race gone. We've got 45. So we've got 9, give or take 9 minutes.
Well, let me go figure this out if I can find where that button is, and I'll put some time up there. Normally you don't like time up there, just for the record.
Yeah, but it's a time race, so it's very
that's kind of important, yes.
Time race, I think we kind of need to, have the time up there. So we're going to put the time up there.
How about if we do that? No, that's not what we want.
No, that's definitely not what we want. Dave Van Dam in 11.
That's what
it's the button. There you go. That's the one. I'm sorry, it's Jim's first day. He's never done broadcasting before, and unfortunately,
try to make the boss happy. I don't know whether to keep it on grouped or not grouped. He
go. The only thing I like, I'm a little bit fussy because me and Ewan, obviously, we've been together. I don't know, 4 years working, not been together. Anyway, working. And he normally likes the overall when he leads, and he does the overall, and then it's like. Okay, and then we obviously at the time race we have the timer up there. So there we go, CJ. It's on the top for you.
There you go.
Now at the same time, so Garrett Kinney, Brandon Smith battling away for the lead of the Kinney's now going to go into turn number 1. He's pulled out on the right hand side. Kinney at the moment is not holding back, Jim. I do wonder whether or not he's got enough.
He feels like he does, and at this point, his car would be screaming at him if he doesn't have enough fuel. So he must feel like he does. He's obviously sent it out there. And he's pushing hard. You can tell by the way the car's behaving. He's pushing it hard right now. So, yeah, I guess he got enough fuel. If he did, then you have to say that there's other cars on here that have overfueled unless Garrett did a phenomenal job saving fuel in that first stint, which he may have done because he was not running up front. Oh, big off track there, though.
Garrett Kinney and Smith has gone through. Grissin, I think that's Grissin's going to come and have a back through on him. It is.
Oh,
And
man.
you see these guys
all that work
gone
undone.
through.
Just like
gone
that.
within a matter of seconds.
Yes. All that work, as many laps as he's put that together, and it's all gone just that quick.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to try and go again here. Here's Garrett Kinney. Can he close it up once more?
I mean, he's got enough time to get back up there to the lead, but we'll see. He's got to get by Grissing as well, if he can get to Grissing.
Yeah, 6 minutes left of this race.
You have not said that Reese Bartlett caused any accidents today. I'm not sure he's going to be able to handle that. I think clearly he wanted you to throw accusations at him again. That was what that whole statement in the chat was about. Did you read that?
I must have missed that. No, yeah. Somebody needs to. This is the problem, you see, because I'm in
it's
so
in the
many
broadcast
Discord.
chat. So
was it?
Yeah, it's in the broadcast chat, and he was clearly a poke at you for accusing him of causing a wreck that he didn't cause.
Oh, okay.
Is what I gathered from it anyway. Got Y, Brown, Weston here going side by side up the front stretch, down into turn 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Weston.
There you go.
Brown
wide. Yep. Hang on to it there, buddy.
Yeah, unfortunately for Timmy Wybrow. Off the side of the circuit once more, but
that didn't.
Ashton leading the way.
I saw a bunch of dirt coming up from Collier's car there. That doesn't look good.
I think Collier may have had some drama. Is that
did.
Weston alongside him? It is. I'm not quite sure why you're doing that. Collier's going to go out the inside. Tom is a lap down on these guys. If he takes him out, this is not going to go well.
No.
And Collier's probably sitting in the car going, why are you racing me? Can we get the overalls on, just so I can check that I'm absolutely right, that this is, I think this is a Weston Collier.
I mean, yeah, they're clearly not battling on track. Weston's way back in 18th place.
Weston's a lap down. If I was Collier, I wouldn't be.
Well, Collier had just ran off track, so let's go back and look at that. That's what brought this on. He was behind Pullman there a little bit, and then I think he got it a little wrong right here. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah.
He managed to hold on to it.
Yeah, he did. He did. And I think so. I think that is what brought Weston into the picture. As you can see, Weston is coming up on him fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't. At the point where Collier went to go back around him, I think if you're Weston, you go ahead and let him have the spot. Because right. Let him go there. Don't fight him like he did from.
But then don't do this.
Right.
This is what I don't get.
Yeah, I agree. But
because if he'd have taken him out there,
but to be fair, he didn't hit him.
There would have been airbags at dawn going on in the iRacing community. It wouldn't have been good. There would have been thrown Calvin Kleins around all over the place. Actually, more like Primark. They've spent so much money on the rigs, they can't afford a decent handbag. So
yeah, what's a Temu or whatever it is?
Yeah, it's probably a Walmart handbag or something because they've chucked all the money at the rig. Parker Enquist.
It's one of those Louis Vuittons that you buy in Mexico on the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. Some little Turkish market man. Generally sells them to you. Stuart Brien going to go on the inside of Parker Enquist. This is for the final podium spot. He's not. Parker chops his nose off into turn number 1. Britain's going to try and have a go. What has that BMW got here? Can he get clear that Ford?
I don't know. The races that I've called recently with GTE cars, these Ford GT40s are fast cars, man. They just seem to have some of that American horsepower in there. They seem to go pretty well.
Yeah, they do. Nice car. They just handle awful. But obviously not at the hands of Jack Ashton, who's 19 seconds in front at the moment. Jack's going to be coming near enough over the line very, very shortly, I would have thought, for his probably the final lap of the race.
Let's see where he's at.
Ashton, yeah, literally just going over the line now.
There he is right there.
Final lap of the race for Jack Ashton. Out in front by 19 seconds, Jim. He ain't really had to do much.
No. I mean, again, Jack's the kind of guy you get him out front. This is a good little battle right here, though. You get him out front, he's just going to, he's going to throw it into cruise control and not make mistakes. That's what he does. He's a great driver.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember that
didn't
he do some kind of like crazy 24-hour race by himself or something?
Yep, all on his own.
That man's nuts.
I couldn't have done that. My old bladder wouldn't have lasted that long. Jesus.
Well, he had to get up and go to the bathroom or during pit stops or something.
No, he had a specially. Did you not see the seat?
No, he did not.
He had a specially designed seat that had a hole in it.
Oh no, come on.
And straight up, and then somebody emptied it out of him for him every hour.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Reese, golly, right there in the last lap of the race.
Just goes round. He didn't really.
You were creeping me out there, man. Okay, just so you know. That was you really did creep me out there. I didn't want to have a visual of Jack doing that. I'm like, is he just sitting there naked, or does he stand up and drop his undies when it's time? How does that work? I don't even want to know.
Parker and Chris battling away with Stuart Britton. Britton went for the move in turn number 1. Couldn't get it through. Jack's on his way round Canada corner now. I can't believe you believed it.
Really, I've got 2 more races to do tonight. I'm pretty sure you just messed me up for the rest of the night right there.
That's all right. Just think of it on a chair. It'll be okay. Jack Ashton is going to come over the line. He's going to take the win here at Road America. He has absolutely dominated this. Didn't even get into a sweat or a fight or everything. He got away at the beginning. Winner for Jack Ashton in the pros. Great job from him, with Mr. White coming in second place, and then Henson should grab third on the racetrack. In the AMs, it's looking like Mr. Brandon Smith is going to take the AM victory. Manning should hold on to second, and it's going to be whether or not Enquist can hold on to his position there. Yeah, he's got Britton, however, tucked up right behind him. But Brandon Smith is going to come over the line. He's going to take the win in the AMs. Great fighting all the way through. Had a nice battle with Garrett Kinney early on. And unfortunately, Kinney dropped away. But Smith has taken it on. Winner in the AMs, Jim.
Yeah, no, it's a good run. Once we get, as we get the rest of these guys over, I want to shout out to 2 people. It's first time I've seen Gert Van Polman in this league. Great run. There's some fast guys in this league, and to jump in here and finish 4th overall at Road America, that's a heck of a run. And I don't know too much about Carson Collier, but 4th place, American kid, by the way, like that. 13 years old, 5th overall in this field in a pro class. That's some good driving, man. You got to give him his credit. And so, yeah, shout out to those 2.
Yeah, Van Dam and Green are having a run to the line. If we can get them really quickly. There you go. There is Van Dam and Green. They're battling it out, trying to get to the line. Is it going to be Green? Is it going to be Van Dam? It's going to be a long run up over the line here. Stay tuned for this one, because I think something's going to happen. Is Green going to be able to hold on through that final corner? He's got the gap. I think he's done it here.
Yeah.
But if Van Dam's going to be coming, oh no, Van Dam's in pit lane, so Green does take that victory.
Okay.
So nice little fighting from all of these guys here.
Well, I have to say, with Van Dam, man, he was running right up there at the front, battling for the lead, and he's a pro, but he was up there towards the front, and he just kind of fell away a little later in the race. That's unfortunate. All right,
Absolutely.
Let's see. We should have some results. I'll even try to start on the first page this time. Oh, there's only one. I did good.
Jack Ashton is your winner. And then in behind that is Brandon White and Chad Henson. That's your 1, 2, 3 in the pros. Gert-Jan Polman in 4th. Carson Collier in 5th. Ian Knox in 6th. Brandon Smith takes the win in the AMs, with Philip Grusin separating him away from Jeff Manor and Parker Enquist, to round out the podium for the AMs. Stuart Britton, Garrett Kinney, Ian Coates, Reese Bartlett, your top 14. And Nick Green, Dave Van Dam, Josh Taylor, Tom Weston, Timmy Wybrow, Andy Pratt, and Ken Huber, who went out early on that one. Let's see. Let me see. I'm just going to randomly pull him in now and see whether or not he's here and he's listening. Jack, welcome in, buddy.
Hello.
Jack, it was like doing a Sunday drive with your grandma, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was an unfortunate incident with Ken and Andy lap 2, and Ian just had a mess of a qualifying, so it did put a bit of spoil to a race, let's say, and no sign of Vigard either. So unfortunate, but I enjoyed it. It's a fun track. It's a cool car. That's about it, really.
Yeah, fun track, cool car, and you out in front. Listen, when are you back racing real life?
April.
Where are we going? Or where are you going? Sorry, so
Alton.
not we going. I'm not coming with you. Where are you going?
Alton Park.
Alton Park.
Yeah.
He said
What
you
you
were going to go
driving?
be his personal valet.
I'd park his car any day of the week. It just, unfortunately, I'm not quite sure where I'd leave it because I'd probably forget by the time I got out of it. What are you racing this season? Are you still back in the Metros?
Back in the Metros, yeah. Sticking to my roots and just enjoying motorsport and racing, really, mate. Just nothing much more I enjoy doing, as you probably would have guessed.
Absolutely. Anyone you want to give a shout out to, mate, before we let you go?
Shout out to Garrett and Reese putting this on. Good effort with this. This is good fun, and looking forward to season 2 when it arrives. And then you guys with the stream, always very good to watch back, and everyone loves it. So yeah, good stuff, mate.
All right, man. Well, take care, buddy, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, mate. Bye bye.
Next up, I'm gonna have a chat with Mr. Brandon Smith, who had a nice little battle, come away and took the win in the AMs. Brandon, welcome in, bud. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Not bad at all. How was it out there? There was some battling going on in the AMs tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of good battles. I think me, Kenny, and Philip there towards the end were going back and forth between I think 6th, 7th, and 8th, and I know me and Jeff, who I think Jeff's in 3rd for the AM right now. We're going at it pretty good for a while too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it should be an interesting one, development in the championship. What do you reckon with Stuart Brereton? Can you get him? He's a long way ahead, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know where he finished tonight. I was kind of happy when I passed him. Feel like with 2 races left, I think it might just be for 2nd place between me and Jeff. But hopefully we can maybe get a couple more.
Yeah, he was 4th in class, so 11th overall he was.
Okay.
So that's going to tighten you up a little bit, isn't it? It could
I think so.
Going into 2 weeks at Bathurst.
Yeah, Bathurst is not very friendly, so it could go either way, really.
Not very friendly.
That's the nicest description I've ever heard of the mountain. Not very friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone you want to shout out, buddy, before we let you go?
Oh no, thanks for doing this, guys. I appreciate it. It's nice to have you guys doing it.
Man, well, take care, bud, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks.
There you go, Jim. That's going to round it out. Another great race here. Join us in 2 weeks' time for Bathurst. Jim, final analogy at Road America.
Good battles. I mean, other than Jack running away with it there a little bit, the rest, there was plenty of good battles on track. We saw some shining young talent in Carson Collier, great battles in the AM class, great battles in the pro class other than for position 1. So, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for everybody. What an amazing race. Good racing, everybody, says Jeff Manning in YouTube chat as well. Jeff finishing 2nd in class. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on the bells. That'll be absolutely amazing. I've been JP. I'm off to bed. I've been alongside Jim Cunningham. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.